A Trudylicious Christmas by Marcia Ashford, illustrated by Sergio Drummond. Christmas is a wonderful time of year. The streets are lined with bright lights and decorations. People sing carols, drink hot chocolate, eat yummy food, and spend time with family. Christmas is Trudy Matoody's favorite holiday. She loves to bake cookies with Grandma Ray, help her mommy decorate the house, and listen to her daddy tell corny jokes. Her family planned a special party for Trudy and her forest friends. Tonight they will have snacks and decorate the tree. Tomorrow morning, after Santa Claus comes, they will open presents. Trudy made sure everything was ready for their guests. Wait, she almost forgot. She had to write her letter to Santa. She knew exactly what she wanted to say. She told him she had been a good girl, and she asked him to bring her a very, very special surprise. She finished the letter and put it under the Christmas tree. Later, she would add milk and cookies. She heard her mommy's voice. "Trudy, it's time to get dressed. Your friends will be here any minute." "Yes, ma'am," she answered. She ran upstairs and put on her new dress that was a present from Grandma Ray. The doorbell rang. Her friends are here. Trudy and her daddy went to the door. It is Mr. Yeller Putterfly and his family. "Flutter, flutter, flutter by. I want you to meet my wife, Pinky Purple, and our little Putterflys." Daddy smiled. "Please come in. Thank you for being our Christmas guests." Jessica Ladybug and reindeer Arianna Sparkles brought treats. We brought cupcakes with lots of sprinkles on top. We know you love them." Trudy was excited. "Yes, I love sprinkles, especially the red ones." "Thank you." She heard a familiar voice. It was Gloria Goldfish. "Swish, swish, swishity swish. I hope I'm not late. I spent most of the afternoon collecting stones for a special star that we can put on top of the tree." "Gloria, thank you. It's beautiful, and you are not late," answered Trudy's mommy as she gently put the star in a safe place until time to use it. Finally, Bully Bullfrog and his wife Betty hopped in. Bully moaned, "Croak, croak, kuh, ribbity croak. Sorry we are running behind. We took our tadpoles ice skating and lost track of time." Trudy looked around the den. Someone was missing. But who? She sighed. Kitty Kate, of course. About that time, she heard a noise at the door. Kitty Kate and her kittens strolled inside. She politely offered her dainty paw to the adults. "Meow, meow, la la meow. Darlings, we are here," she purred. "The party can now begin." Grandma Ray came into the room with a fresh batch of chocolate chip cookies. "Looks like the gang is all here. I think it's time for some hot cocoa, cookies, and candy canes. When we finish, we can decorate the tree." Everyone gathered around the fireplace to enjoy their snacks, and soon it was time to decorate. Daddy and Bully set the tree in a stand. Yeller and Pinky Purple Putterfly added bright multicolored lights. Bully, Betty, and the tadpoles put on red and white ornaments. And finally, Dad lifted Trudy up high to put Gloria Goldfish's star on the top. It's perfect," whispered Jessica Ladybug. Arianna Sparkles grinned and said,
It's like a dream come true.
Well, I totally agree, added Trudy's daddy. It's riveting. The tadpoles could not stop laughing. Bad daddy joke. Mommy laughed too. Enough corny jokes for one night. Time to get ready for bed. Santa will be here soon. Trudy carefully poured a glass of milk and made a plate of cookies for Santa and his reindeer. She put them under the tree next to her letter. Then she curled up in her sleeping bag and dozed off. Suddenly, she jumped. What was that? It sounded like a big thump. She opened her eyes to see something red and white go up the chimney. She blinked. Did she just see Santa? Mr. Putterfly heard it too. He whispered, "Flutter, flutter, flutter by. Look, there are footprints on the carpet next to the tree, and they lead to the fireplace." Trudy let out a happy laugh that woke up everyone. "It was Santa!" exclaimed Trudy. "I got to see Santa Claus!" She ran to the tree. There was a big blue box with her name on it. Something wiggled inside as she tried to open it. Then she heard a bark. Out popped a tiny puppy. "I'm Trudy Matoody." She politely introduced herself. Her greeting was answered with a short arf and a wet slurp across her face. Trudy had to giggle. Kitty Kate and her kittens, bored as usual, were in a corner tearing up wrapping paper, shiny ribbons, and puffy bows. Suddenly, the kittens jumped up and said, Mommy, what's that noise? Gag, something smells really bad." Kitty Kate quickly ran over to the tree. "What's going on?" Phew! What is that stinky thing? It smells, it's dirty, and it's drooling all over the floor. The little puppy jumped up, ran to the tree, and happily pounced on Kitty Kate. "Meow, la meow, please help me. Get this thing off my freshly combed fur. What is it anyway?" Bully slyly grinned. "Kitty Kate, don't you know what that is?" "Of course not," she snarled as she dusted herself off. "I do not associate with such riffraff." The friends all laughed. Trudy giggled. "Kitty Kate, this is a dog. Have you never seen one before?" "Meow," she half growled. "So that's what a dog looks like? No wonder cats rule. I'm leaving." She hissed as she turned her back on the little pup and walked away. Trudy ran over to the puppy and picked her up. She looked at the little face and knew this would be her bestest Christmas present ever. She said, "I'm going to call you Lexi. Lexi Grace." Lexi Grace the puppy smiled at Trudy and said, "Buff, thank you. I like that name." Bully Bullfrog put both of his arms up in the air and cried out, "Croak, croak! Tuh! Ribbity croak! Who ever heard of a talking dog?" Silly Bully, all Trudy's animal friends talk. Trudy held her new puppy close to her heart and let out a happy sigh. It's Christmas Day and she is home with her family and her best friends. she got to see Santa Claus, and he brought her a very, very special surprise. This is a Trudylicious day. Daddy looked at his daughter and her new puppy and smiled. Now this is what I call a Merry Christmas. Mommy gave him a big hug and chimed in.
Merry Christmas to all of you. Thank you for being our friends.
Grandma Ray chuckled.
Quick, let's take a picture before we tear this place apart, opening presents.
Everybody laughed and ran for the presents. Indeed, it was a very good day. A Trudylicious Christmas.